welcome back. This is episode 2 of my Let's Play for Breath of the Wild. We are going to start off this episode with doing a little bit of cooking, and then going to be heading up to the next 2 shrines of the plateau region. And in between the two, we're going to be heading up to Mount Hylia. And actually, let me mark this on the map. So we can get that warm doublet. So basically right now what I need to do is I need to cook some food in order for me to make it from the top part of this mountain where it starts to get cold all the way up to that Mount Hylia. So let's head back over. Oh, and actually before we start, we're going to do the daily amiibo stuff to try to get the cool armor set. So let's see, a bunch of meat. Come on. Alright, so this is Ocarina of Time, and nope, did not get that one, so let's try the next one. Negative. Is it? Oh, I can use that though. So let's go ahead and strip that one. Cool. That's actually a really nice sword. Alright, so we'll just do a couple of things to cook, mainly to heal in case I get too cold and I start losing health badly. And then also we do have a couple of peppers that's going to help us with some cold, so I'll just throw it with just do 2 meats. I'm not too familiar with all of the recipes that you need to get this working properly, but it's 1 cold for 6 minutes. That should be good enough, and it also heals us more than what we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook up a couple more meats. Okay, it's a couple hearts. Oh. And I really like the implementation of the cooking in this game because it I should probably wait for this little check a meal as ingredients because it's going to keep popping up. There we go. Alright, let's cook this one. Really like the implementation just because they got rid of the fact that hearts are pretty much everywhere, and made it so you have to forage to get whatever you need. So this is going to restore some stamina, so let's just grab 5 of them. That might do a full restore on stamina. Let's see what that does. Oh, more than enough. Wow, that was actually overkill. So let's do a couple more of these. And this is basically so I can climb that mountain and just take a couple of these shrooms to heal up the stamina because it's very low right now. One more to go. I heard one of the Koroks, it looks like he's just staring at us from over there. Alright, anyway. Off we go. This old man is basically just gonna be like, hey, you know you can chop trees down. Ah, ran out of stamina again. I think this is foreshadowing of what's gonna happen. Let's just go ahead and grab this tree here and just... This is one of the examples of what I love about this game is how you can... I'm not even going to pick up... let's just get the description of it. But what you could do with this game, because when I first played it I was like, I don't know what to do, but there's a bunch of trees here and I have an axe, so I may as well. I missed. Oh, yeah, that was a bad move. Yeah, that's a really bad spear. Acorns. You know, I've never really used acorns effectively. I mainly just put them in ingredients to try to make things better in food, but not really. They probably just add value to your food, that's what I'm assuming. But I could be totally wrong on that. Let's see. I think there's something back here too. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm probably way wrong. Yep. Feels like they could have added something here. And out of stamina again. I really got to get used to not having this much stamina. Or not having enough stamina. Apples. Okay. Alright, and the climb starts. So this early on in the game, every time you're doing these major climbs, you have to take it easy, take it slow, look for the best angles, and find platforms wherever you can. Okay. And always go with a jumping start. Okay. Okay, you don't have to climb anymore. You can go to this platform. Okay. Next one, let's go this way. I might have to use some food on this one. But that's what the food is for. Let's get a better jump on that. There we go. Much better. It gets trickier up at the top. I remember my first time through this, I got so close to the top, and then I ended up falling to my doom. Okay. I think that platform should be next. See, when it's angled up this way, it takes up more stamina because he climbs slower. So you want to try to avoid those situations and just try to get the better angle. Oh, I think we're almost there. We actually might need food over here because there's no platforms. Let's get a better jump. Not that much better, but oh well, we'll manage. We got plenty of food. And we got plenty of stamina too, look at that. Owa Daim Shrine. Alright, so Stasis. This is one of those abilities that I always forget to use. I don't know why, because it's such a great ability. It's a great idea, and the way it's implemented in this game is amazing. Just because you can freeze pretty much anything in the game. If it's an object, it can be frozen. If it's an enemy, it can be frozen. And depending on the level of the enemy, will give you different times of how long you can freeze them. So for example, like a low-level bokoblin, you can freeze them for a little bit longer than you can, you know, a silver or gold Lionel. So it's pretty cool how they implemented that. Alright, so we'll just wait for this guy to pass. And yeah, some of these shrines I remember how to do it and have no problems with it, but other shrines, I will forget. Like, you're probably supposed to stasis, or you probably could stasis that. Let's see. Let's get rid of that shield. Oh, I have a bunch of those. Ooh, yeah, a hammer. This is another very handy tool to have at all times. And we're going to get rid of... let's get rid of this one. Okay. And I'm using the wrong weapon. That should be enough, though. Let's add a couple more. Yeah, let's use an axe to move a boulder. That's a smart idea. Oh well. Shrine over. There's this one shrine that takes forever just because of how long it is. And some of these are pretty short. And towards the end, once we do more and more of the shrines, we're going to encounter more of the blessing shrines. Which, at first, depending on the shrine you do, it's kind of nice to have a blessing where you just collect a treasure chest full of goodies and then you just grab the spirit orb and walk away. But then towards the end, it's a little disappointing because you kind of want more puzzles. It's kind of why you play Zelda, is to solve puzzles. Right, so that's done. Now we move up north. I guess it's north. I'm just saying up. Up, really. Let's switch to... let's get a better shield. It's not going to do much, but... I think I saw... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just spam the button as I walk slowly up to them. And actually, I could probably get a little bit quieter. Oh, now I'm cold. Okay, so we have to go that way. I think I can make that in 6 minutes. And hopefully not fight too many people. So let's go ahead and eat our food. Oh, I have to go up. That's the top of the mountain. That's where we're heading for. And without a paraglider, this really sucks. There is a trick to do running while you're whistling. I've never really gotten too good at it. We can give it a shot, though. Oh, great. Yeah, that's about as good as I can get on that. Let's try it again, though. There we go. Come on, let's go. Is that the top? Yeah, that is the top. Yeah, it's like you have to hit the whistling and you have to also hit the running at the same time to cancel them out. And he keeps running without using stamina. And so, yeah, it didn't work because I ran out of stamina. And we'll just climb the rest. And there's the old man, creepily staring at us from the top of this mountain. Yeah, breathtaking. Yay. And over here, I think there was a Korok over here or something. Oh no, was it a gem? Yeah, it was an opal. You'd think there'd be a Korok up on top of here, but I think the Korok's actually over there. One of the other peaks. Anyway, there's a Korok down there for sure. So let's go ahead and change to our warm clothes. And may as well do some shield surfing while we're at it. Ah, that wasn't smart. Alright, so the trick to these is when you see the circle, wherever the rock is missing, if you walk straight out, you will find it. And that's the rock right there. There are some that have multiple rocks missing. Okay, I may as well eat some food because of that stupid fall. Do some more surfing. This is a great feature that they added to the game. Just another quick way to travel through the world. Come on, headshot. No headshots? Okay, fine. Oh yeah, I forgot how high level this sword is. I'm just one-shotting everybody. See, this is why one of the reasons why the whole amiibo thing could be construed as cheating, because, I mean, I really didn't have to work for that weapon. I bought, or in this case I got it as a gift, but, you know, you pay into, it's pay to win. So when I initially did this run, I always kind of frowned upon it. Now it's a little different because I already know the game. I already have experienced it enough. I've beaten it in master mode for God's sakes. I didn't use amiibos in master mode either. So it's just a little different now. All right, Cryonis. This is another one that I always forget to use whenever I see water. My mind does not compute the fact that, oh yeah, you can use Cryonis whenever you see water. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, this has some guardians crawling around. This is probably one of the more glitchier runes that you can get in this game. Love get me them springs. Yeah, sometimes like if you're in water and you do a Cryonis, well, before you get in the water, I don't want that, but I have to get it because I only have one spear. Let's have 2 spears. That should be good enough. Yeah, so if you jump in the water while it's being created to lift, you could accidentally get underneath it and then it breaks, and yeah, it's just super glitchy. But I mean, it works. You know, you just gotta work around it, and it's kind of part of developing the skill of using it. Right, so this is our 4th Spirit Orb, which means we can now get something for it. I believe the old man's gonna meet us out here and say, remember when I said once you get 4 you get a Spirit Glider? Well, I lied, and I'm gonna have you meet me somewhere, and then you can get the Spirit Glider. Wow, there he is. Yeah, give me the Spirit Glider now. course. Imagine an X on your map. Yeah. Well, you know, I was briefly there in this playthrough, so if you've never seen it before, it's probably not obvious, but that was the Temple of Time over there. So this is where we have to go next, is the Temple of Time. And we will do so by crossing this Death River. After we do some magic here. Let's play it safe. Ooh, almost jumped out. So yeah, this is like death water. If you ever land in this water, you instantly die pretty much. I forgot that was my third Cryonis, so. Alright, let's get some health recovery here. That's an interesting shrine. Let's mark that one. I always forget that one. Actually, you know what? We probably won't even get to that one yet. Because there are some other things that we must get before we move forward. Man, there's gotta be a fun way to get down. No. Let's just go this way. And I died. Impatience will kill you. Cool. Back in this icy lake. I'm gonna go on the other side of the lake. I think that's pretty much where we left off when I died. What is that now? 2 deaths? There's another one there. Yeah, it's just too high. Oh, yay. Let's get whatever's in here. This is one of the EX means that it's part of the DLC. Ah, cool, bomb arrows. I can't say no to that. I actually have a lot more bomb arrows than I was expecting to have this early in the game. Let's switch to my... There we go. Yeah, so when you do shield surfing, it actually wears down your shields, which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, it makes sense. Never gonna get those. Anyway. I gotta try not to bump myself off. There's some enemies over on this side over there, but we don't really need to get them. May as well focus on the Temple of Time. I really love how they put in a bunch of these callbacks to these different Zelda games. Such a great idea. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I would play with the Ocarina of Time and... Wait, where is the Temple of Time? It's gotta be this way. And just the Temple of Time meant something so much to me. Come on. And so to see it here, like in ruins, and there used to be, you know, the chanting when you'd walk into it and everything, and it's just watching it here now after this 100 Years War or whatever, and it just brings like so much depth to this game. There it is. Oh, this is where I started. I came out of that hole. Too fast. I have to slow down, get those beetles. Anything here? No. Oh, now that we have bombs, we can actually go to this area that I was at here before. I was really hoping that I was going to hit the water, and I did. Because if not, I probably would have died again. More opal. I don't really remember what I needed the opal for, like which armor set I needed it for. Alright, so we need to get to the top. Or do we pray first? Oh, that's a good one, ancient gear. Let's go ahead and pray first. And we will get some... We'll just do a heart first. I don't know why, but 3 hearts to me is just too little to really do a lot. So... anytime you get 4 spirit orbs, you come to one of these little prayer altars, which is a callback to Skyward Sword. Heart container. And there is actually a, if this is the goddess of Hylia, there is like a devil stone that you can pray to. And what he does is, or she, I don't know really, they can change the way you have your setup. If you want to remove stamina and put more hearts, you can do that. And I believe they charge you for it. I think it's like 200 rupees per container or something like that. Yeah. So now we gotta go up there. And there's a ladder here, which I wish I had known that before, because I only found it later on in the game. And we'll just go straight up. Thankfully it's not raining. We haven't encountered rain yet, but that's pretty much the bane of my existence with this game. Constantly raining. Alright, I'm gonna shut up.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphorus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the Dueling Peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Alright, now we have the Paraglider. So basically, I'm basing the what would Link do off of what he just told us is go towards Kakariko Village, seek out Impa. Essentially, you want to remember what you did, because you have to regain your memories, right? So that should be one thing to do first, and then after you do that, then it's really just, as you're looking at all the memories, one of the things that stands out is he's always has the Master Sword with him, and so you should probably go get that. That's the way I think about it. And in order to get that, you need to get more hearts and blah blah blah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go towards that tower. Let's see, we're at about 40 minutes. We got 20 minutes left in this episode, so I'm gonna try my best to get to that tower. I know there's a couple of shrines on the way there, plus some enemies and all that fun stuff. So let's start with that. And then if I can get to that tower before the end of the episode, then we'll end it there and continue on to Kakariko Village after that. I missed him. Oh well. No biggie. I think that's the most I've ever heard the King of Hyrule speak anywhere. In any previous games, I don't really remember him speaking too much. Alright, so that's where we're going. Let's get to this town, because there is a couple of DLC stuff over here to unlock a bunch of other quests. The DLC added so many more quests, and it's basically just finding a bunch of items. I'm not going to really seek them out, but I will, if I run into them, just pick them up. Alright. Choo-choo jelly, that can actually become very useful later on. Let's get this guy out of here. And there's that book. And basically, we'll just read this really quick. And this will just start a spamming of new quests on the top of the page when this is done. Oh. I should probably stop reading. Okay. So this will start a bunch of this. Treasure chest to this, treasure chest to that. Alright, and we press onward. Come on, let me get ya. Cool. But yeah, just walking through these ruins, it's just I remember the first time doing this, it was so cool just to see how, ouch, how worn and torn up this entire world had gotten because of Ganon. We always get this like pristine Hyrule when we start these Zelda games because it's before Ganon attacks, and this is, at least in my recent memory of a Zelda game, the first time that you get a world that's already torn, and you have to try to put it back together. Oh, there's a lot of them here. We're gonna need these for some armor later on in the game. And there's a fox. Ah, Dueling Peaks. So there's two shrines up here. One mirrors the other one. And so when you climb up to the shortest of the two and you feel accomplished, you enter that shrine and it says, oh yeah, the answer to the shrine is on the other side. And so you then have to climb the other side, which is a lot higher. So I'm not going to attempt that yet because we don't have enough stamina to do that yet. And I usually go to the highest one first. That way I can get the puzzle, and I just get a piece of paper and I write it down because looking it up is, I mean, yeah, I guess I could look it up. But that might be one of the instances where I actually do use a fast travel. Just because climbing those freaking mountains is going to be a pain in the butt and a waste of time. Okay. So this one we have to go like that. Nope, not gonna make it. What was it? Or maybe I just jump off from there and not even use the fan. Nope. That's not it. What was it then? This is one of those instances that I was telling you guys about. That goes that way. Let me eat an apple real quick in case I fall. Yep, just need that extra little bit of height, and then you can get it. Ooh, that's a nice one. I think I already have a claymore. Let's get rid of that traveler's claymore. Come on, open. All right. Are you kidding me? That was fun. This guy's been waiting too long. The way he's sitting is just like, man, took you forever. Okay. Yeah, we're still getting all those side quests from that book. There's a treasure chest over there on the left, but I don't know if we're going to get that. I think there's another one on the right, too. Oh, there's a Korok over there. You know what? Screw it. Let's go get the Korok. Okay. Yeah, get away. Now he's coming back, okay. Should I get them? Ooh, those are good ones. What are those? Oh, there's some ore here. Let's go ahead and grab the hammer. Flint and salt. Very useful items. I only recently learned that the salt is what you add to make your food more valuable when you sell it. It really depends on what you do, but basically if you add that salt, it'll make it just a little bit more expensive. And there's a stable that we should probably hit up. But I think our first stable is going to be over by Kakariko on our way over there. There's another Korok right there. Yeah, so there's just so many things to do in this world that I'm getting distracted. All right, let's try this. There's always a pattern. Nope. Nope. I might come back to this when I have more arrows. I was always horrible at these things. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna waste my arrows. I know there's a Korok down in this tree trunk. And then we'll hit the tower. Blue nightshades. We're gonna need these too for upgrading the Sheikah armor set. Or is it Sheik? Sheik is a person, I guess, right? I don't know. Okay. Now, I usually go to the left side to get to that tower because you could just jump over, so let's go ahead and cross the river. And there's going to be a battle coming up to get to that tower. I remember that my first playthrough on this, I ran into my first blood moon by the time I got there. And as soon as I finished everybody, and I was collecting the spoils of war, they respawned. And I was cursing myself. Oh yeah, this is a skull. This is the whole encampment. Alright, so... may as well finish off this broadsword. Right. And they're alerted. And I'm almost out of arrows too. Wow. Alright, let's just... interesting. Did I just pick up the other one? Man. Don't need that. All right. I really need some arrows. You know, I really need to get some more headshots. That's what I need. Instead of wasting my arrows on body shots. Thanks for the arrow, buddy. All right. That should be okay for now. Let's just go ahead and climb this tower, and we shall end it. I'm gonna fly over to that rock over there. Oh, there's bomb area here. Let's just do that. Maybe not. Maybe so. That's a nice spear. Let's get rid of that. Didn't I pick up a bat? No, I didn't. Yeah, most of the game is going to be switching out weapons that you find better ones, and you're like, ooh, I like that one more than the other one. And that's another reason to collect more Koroks. Pretty much whenever you see one, you should just go get it. Mainly because you get inventory slots that you can use. I'm going to primarily focus on getting ones for melee weapons, because that's what I primarily use. And then once those get too expensive to get, I'll switch to get bows. Because it's nice to have a good assortment of bows. And then shields, I mean, unless you're facing a bunch of guardians, you don't really need that many shields. They do break over time. I think I had it break once in a fight, a brand new shield, when I was facing a Lionel. Alright, let's go ahead and activate our second tower. You always get a good sense of accomplishment when you activate a tower, because another chunk of the map just appears out of nowhere. I do like how they made it to where these towers will give you more of the map, but they don't really give you much. They just say, this is the land. You don't know names, you don't have, you know, what this road goes to, because you don't know what city is what, or if there's a city there or not. And as you traverse through the area, it'll fill it in the map, which I find very nice. Compared to other games like, these have been compared to like Assassin's Creed and whatnot, where they just give you honey-do lists of, oh, you just unlock this area. Here's a bunch of stuff you can do here. Whereas this kind of just tells you, cool, you unlock this. Okay, updated. We have one waypoint that shows us where, I believe that's where Impa is. And so that's pretty much all we have to go with. Alright, so that adds the shrine sensor, which is going to be a nice little annoying buzz for the rest of the game. I'm going to keep it on because I don't remember where all these shrines are, and if I find one, that's going to help me find it. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. What we're going to do is probably going to go attack these guys next, and then head down the road that way, under the Dueling Peaks, and then over to, there's a stable over here, and I think there's another shrine over here. And after that, we will head over to Kakariko to meet Impa and get the, I don't remember what we get here. We have to talk to her, and then she sends us over to Hateno Village. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. And yeah, we will catch you then.